What lesson are we bequeathing to our children with the type of president you have that everything is fake?
On the certificate issued or released by Chicago State University to the lawyers of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, these are the documents. One, that Bola Ahmed Tinubu forged the certificate he presented to INEC. That's one. Two, that the qualifying certificate from Southwest College to Chicago State University bears a female, indicating that that document does not belong to Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Three, the Chicago State University admission application form has a claim that Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended Government College, Lagos, and graduated in 1970, when indeed the school was established in 1974. The same document has it that the owner of that document is a black American, and the document Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to INEC, he denied having dual citizenship, which means it does not belong to him. Then the same document, oral deposition, says that the Bola A. Tinubu is Ahmed, but the NYSC certificate Bola Ahmed Tinubu submitted to INEC has Adekunle. I don't know where the Adekunle and the Ahmed emerged from. Good afternoon all, and good afternoon to the whole world. I am here at the European Commission to submit a petition to the European Union concerning the subversion of constitutional order in Nigeria, where Mr. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu has suspended the constitutional order in Nigeria because of his forged academic credentials, where he submitted to INEC for the 2027 general elections, and he did not state the primary school and the secondary school he attended, in flagrant violation of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, particularly in section 1371J, that says if you have presented a first certificate to INEC, the Independent National Electoral Commission, you will not be qualified to run election. And he has submitted forged documents, forged certificates to INEC that made him not to be qualified to run for the 2027 general election. But because they have seized, they have captured all the paraphernalia of power in Nigeria, he has imposed himself on Nigeria, thereby subverting the provisions of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, which is a mini coup, a subtle coup against the people of Nigeria. So I'm here to submit a petition to the EU to help restore constitutional democracy in Nigeria.
Chicago State University issued a diploma to such a student in 1977. The registrar said no.
That's what he said?
Yes, that's exactly what he said. Because when Atiku's lawyers drew his attention that have you ever seen a copy of this certificate that Tinubu presented to INEC in Nigeria as a qualifying certificate to contest election, his answer was, I have only seen this certificate in the course of the proceedings in Nigeria. It is not on our records in Chicago State University, and we cannot certify that we issued this certificate. And that is true, because if you look at the documents released to Atiku, particularly document 0026, it speaks volumes as to whether or not that said Bola A. Tinubu actually graduated from Chicago State University. And why do I say so? Because the document says the student failed English and is required to go back and sit for English 222. And there is no further record to show that Bola A. Tinubu went back to sit for that particular course, which was a requirement, a condition precedent for admission into Chicago State University. Mind you, the Bola A. Tinubu, who in one instance is female, in another instance is male, what was presented as a qualifying certificate for admission into Chicago State University was a GCE certificate purportedly obtained from Government College in 1970. And Government College Lagos, which is supposed to be the issuer of that same certificate, was not in existence up until 1974. And if you look at the subjects that are contained on the GCE certificate, it was physics, chemistry, and biology. There was no mathematics and there was no English. And the requirements for you to graduate from Chicago State University is that you must have a credit in English and in mathematics. So if you look at the deposition documents, particularly document 0017, document 0026, document 0027, document 0028, document 0029, and document 0032. They speak volume about the said Bola A. Tinubu, who was supposed to have been a student of Chicago State University, but who never qualified to be issued a certificate because he never graduated from the university. It is possible for a student to go to a school because education is a process. Now you get admitted, you undertake lectures, you write exams, you do for higher education, you do something like maybe a long essay or a project or a thesis or a dissertation. Upon the completion of all of this, if you have passed every subject, then you're issued with a certificate evidencing the fact that you were a graduate of this university.
Do they issue certificates? Or because what I learned is that the certificate is always issued once. And no, whatever you ask for,
upon graduation,
but
you
when
are issued with a certificate. Now, in 1979, no certificate was issued
at that time.
Bola A. Tinubu.
No certificate.
That's what the registrar says. That's what they said. No certificate was issued. And
but the registrar, sorry please, yes. Let me ask this. The registrar admitted that Bola Ahmed Tinubu attended the school. Attendance
is one thing. Graduating from the school and earning the certificate is another different thing altogether.
I want to take a story before I come to you, Rufai. In the meantime, a short clip where President Bola Ahmed Tinubu addressed an elite audience at the Chatham House in London in December last year, in which he confirmed that Chicago State University provided him with an original copy of his certificate is making the rounds on social media. Let's take a look.
I've had a very good exposure in life. My record is consistent. And the school and the university, they question. They now convinced that they wasted their money and their time. Equally, it remains the same. Deloitte, Chicago State University, where I graduated, has attested to that. Now I can announce that I've received my original replacement degree certificate from them. The Deloitte trained me as an accounting firm. Mobile has attested to my record, a standing record. I got to the pinnacle of my career. In the private sector, who among them can brag about that?
He says that he received his original degree certificate from Chicago State University.
Audrey, it is sad at a time like this. I have to do my job as a journalist.
Okay.
When I'm a journalist, I stick to the truth. In fact-checking all what the president has said, they're all false. As we speak, Chicago State in that deposition said nothing of such. In fact, it was the replacement certificate they gave a narrow Eba. It is a narrow Eba that has that replacement certificate, not the president. That statement, false. Second statement, Deloitte. He said if you go and check Deloitte was subpoenaed by Now Reba, and they said they don't know anybody in the fashion of the president. The statement again, false. What's the other thing he said there as regards, I think it was just only those two claims. Everything was false.